A lot of women are opting out of dating because you become the worst version of yourself with so many of these men. You become a version of yourself you have never met before and never hope to meet again. And, you know, this picture is a reminder of me. Who the hell was I? Because I have never cared to shoot pew-pews, never had a desire to do it. I actually am terrified of pew-pews, as I feel like more people should be. And yet here I am doing this thing I didn't really want to do. I also spent my spare time watching movies like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. You know, at 36 years old, I have so many other things I would rather do with my time. I'm 47 now, but when I was in this, I was 36. So, you know, I was smoking at the time too. Wasn't really a fan of that. I hadn't smoked it since high school when I got arrested for it and spent an entire summer on house arrest, okay? Not a fan of it. And yet here I was doing that too. So let me tell you what made me think of this, folks. This documentary, of all of the teachable moments in this documentary, this one right here, this scene right here, I was like, yep. When your boyfriend, who is unemployed, an unemployed loser, living with his parents, who are also toxic, especially his mother, seems to be jealous of you and wants to probably fork her own son, literally had nothing going for him. And he's got you doing this. He's got you working, 100 hours a week or something at Taco Bell to pay for a van that he's going to move into because he will never let you go on that road trip you've been dreaming about by yourself. And then has you out here doing stuff like this. And you know what? It can feel exciting for a man to do something that you really had no desire to do. It can be thrilling to be with a bad boy who you know that you deserve more than. He's convinced you that he needs you and he'll die without you. So he also threatens unaliving himself regularly and tells you outright, you deserve better. He's not good enough for you, in order to manipulate you into being afraid of leaving him because he might die if you do, literally die, because now he's your little baby. He's your child. He's not your partner. He's your baby, your little king baby who could also take your life, and in this case, actually did. In my case, thankfully, did not, but came very close. He's the kind of guy where you start to feel embarrassed to invite places out, and who acts like your dad more than your partner. So he's either your little baby son or he's your daddy, but never an equal. He's the baby when he needs someone to earn money and do literally everything and weaponize your empathy. But he's your dad. And he's the boss. I mean, not even dad, because a dad who loved their child would never do this. But, you know, an abusive dad is going to sit back here and watch you have fun with someone. Purposely make it awkward to where your friends are like, wow, it feels like a parent is watching us on a play date. There's so much in this documentary that I related to because that is what they do. They have you self-abandon little by little every day until, I was only with this man for 10 months and I was only officially with him for probably 5. I did not know who I was by the time I got out. I cannot imagine women who've been years with men like that. It's like literally having a tapeworm, but not just for your whole your physical body. I mean for your soul. For your personality. If you were funny before you went into that relationship, you're not funny anymore. If you were really happy and joyful and just pretty positive and loved being around people before you met this person, you were the opposite of that. By the time you get out, you don't want to be around people because you don't even know who you are. You're definitely not positive. You're depressed. And if you are being positive, you're pretending, because you're actually slowly dying on the inside. And then you also look haggard. If you were, say, a storyteller like I am and had 10 years of your photos that you use in your storytelling on stage and just to help you with your memory, if you have them all in a Ziploc bag like my dumbass did, they will steal that from you. So not only will you not write anymore or do anything creative, anything that gives you joy when you are with one of these. Look how awful I look there, by the way. Okay, look how inflamed I am. They will also do this to you. Your whole body is so stressed out, you will start to be inflamed. You will just start to puff up because your body is you break out in hives when you're around them sometimes, especially if they violently raped you. But anyway, you will no longer do things that you love. I don't know whether that is riding, roller skating, whatever the hell it is that you love doing, brings you a lot of joy. They will make sure to ruin that for you. Oh, climbing. Didn't do that. Not once, really. Once I really started dating him. Didn't write the entire time I dated. And also him knowing that was the most important. They will steal this from you when you try to leave them. So then you have to sneak into their car and steal them back. I still owe you all that story. I don't know how I got these back. And then when you get them back, and they no longer have leverage on you, they probably still have more leverage on you, because that's the thing. They are almost always one step ahead of you. So even though you may be really smart and gone into this thinking that you're smart, and don't worry, like your limit, you will always, your intuition, no. These predators, man, they always are like, they are reading you from the moment they meet you. They know weaknesses that you don't even know you have. You will actually learn a lot about yourself in one of these relationships, but in the worst way possible, things you actually don't want to know. Like how weak you can actually be, how not a feminist you can be, how you can so easily abandon everything you love, people you love, and your whole moral compass in order to protect somebody who hates you more than you can't even imagine how much hatred someone could have. Multiply that by 10, that's how much they hate you. And yet you're with them, and it makes no sense, because they have hijacked your brain, hijacked your nervous system, and literally used every single thing from your past, from your present, and your everything, every story in your life, maybe you're not even aware of is there, they know. Because they are scanning you. Ms. Aisha and I did a live recently, and she talked about this. We also did a podcast together. It's coming out soon on Risk. It made me hate myself so much. Not hate myself. Made me help me forgive myself a lot more. Because she's a therapist. She's been working with abusers and survivors for a long time. Mostly survivors, and is a survivor herself. These men they are flipping switches. They have like a game console thing. They know what they are doing in a way that you cannot even imagine. And they will turn you into someone your worst nightmare could never imagine. Well, okay, I could imagine myself becoming a way worse person than what I became. But I didn't think I was capable of becoming that sad and pathetic, empty, joyless. Curiosity that drives everything. I'm such a curious person. I love that about myself. So I'm easily excited by things because I'm just curious. I don't really care. Apathetic as fork. Wasn't really excited about anything. Didn't have the energy. Vampires. So when I tell you that when you date, even go, and literally I just never planned on dating this man, okay? I thought like, whatever, it's just gonna be like a fling because I'm probably not gonna stay in New Mexico anyway. Let me tell you something. Even when I left the state of New Mexico, this man still had his claws in me. 10 years later, my nervous system goes haywire, even looking at that photo, which is why I don't necessarily go through those photos very often. I will never probably have a sense of neutrality looking at that stuff or talking about it, but I do in order to help women avoid dying, but also avoid becoming the worst version of yourself, which men, the wrong man, and there's a lot of them, can absolutely turn you into. And even if they're not abusive, just the nature of just patriarchy has indoctrinated all of them on some level. So they will push you to self-abandon in little ways or big ways. And so if you're someone who self-abandons a lot and ends up with men that you never thought you'd settle for, stop dating. Please stop dating. Please stop dating. Try to work on this stuff in community, with friendships, with anything but romantic partners. Because if you date men, all it takes is one to either make you die or, almost as bad, make you wish you were dead. None of them is worth that risk. Assume the worst about all of them until they prove otherwise. Consistently over a long period of time. Consistently over a long period of time. And then maybe take some risks. No risks. This is life and death. And I wish we talked about dating as if it's life and death for women, because it is. If you like my work and want to hear more personal stories, please join my Patreon. That's what pays the bills, helping me do stuff like this. Even if you can't afford it, you can join the free tier, like, comment, share, all that stuff. Make sure you're subbed. Make sure you have notifications on. And let me know if you heard the comment song. Nothing is more dangerous than dating men, not even climbing or being a raft guide in the river and keeping people alive. Tractors, not as dangerous, nothing as dangerous as men to put you in the hospital because that's how stressful they are. You'll end up buying flowers for yourself because they couldn't be bothered. Even when you're 15, you got old men buying you drinks and you're like, ha 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 ha. And you change names on your phone to try to trick yourself into answering. You were once just a fun, sweet kid who just wanted to ride her bike, but maybe you read this book too much. I mean, come on, what the hell? We're all wanting to fork our brothers. Like, what the hell, VC Angels? Then when I was old, I had been asking for nude photos. And I sent them like a dummy. And then Frenchmen, because it's legal here, asked for hand photos. Okay. And of course, I sent those two. God, just a bunch of dirty issues. I even lived in a truck by myself to prevent men from fucking up my life. And you know what? I even went to a clown's house. Fucking! I'm a rap god saving people from waters, but no one can save me from Steve's. Lots of hobosexuals out there who really hate you. Their feet look like this. The pillows look like this. They're nasty men, and they get you looking. You're haggard. Until you stop doing it, then you can recover from men. But honestly, they all seem to like this. Okay. And then you go on Tinder and this is what you see. No, thank you. No, thank you. Ladies, if you date men, this is your future with them. Don't do it unless they're making you prettier.